Hey guys, Andrew from Bendy Armory. Here we are again talking about side shadow on blades, and I'm here to set the record straight. This topic comes up about once or twice every year, and I want to talk to you a bit about side shadow in our blades. So side shadow is a result of taking two WS-2812 strips, putting them back to back, and having a slight gap in between the strips, and also not having any LEDs on that side. So naturally, because the LEDs can't project 360 degrees, you're going to get side shadow. And our V1 blades had it pretty bad, and that was because the width of the strip was much larger, and also the LEDs weren't nearly as bright. We went to BTF lighting strips. They cost a lot more money. I kept the price of the blades the same, and that made a huge difference. Still not perfect because it's a WS-2812 strip. Now, if you want a blade that has almost no side shadow or very little noticeable side shadow, is the KR blades are what's going to do it. Those are the brightest strips on the market, and they're even more narrower than the BTF strips. I know there's another strip out there, I believe it's like a 35-35, that's even more narrow than that, and those do work pretty well. I can look into making those, but I can't guarantee they're going to be, the $100 mark. Because they are, I believe they're more expensive, but I'll look into it regardless. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the color that was shown in the video, and I'm going to go through more than one color, and then here what I got going on, and I have a CFX right here, and then on the SD card, the blade power set to 100%. I have a second SD card here, and the blade power set to 50%. We're going to go through it. I'm going to show you that when you are selective with the color you choose to show and your exposure settings on your camera, how much of a difference it makes. Because you can take a picture of this blade, you can manipulate the exposure. I'm not saying that's what happened in this case as manipulated on purpose, but lighting makes a huge difference when you're trying to show blades. And unfortunately, really only good way to see a blade is to see it in person and not on video. But let's get started here. Okay, so there's that yellowish color that we saw. And we're going to come up right here. And I am rotating the saber. I don't see any side shadow in that video at all. Let's switch to a different color. Here's green. Okay. Here's a blue teal. Here's purple. Here's green. Here's your blue. And basically, here's white. Okay, I don't know about you, but I didn't see any side shadow. Now in person, I can see a little bit, but on the video, I can't see anything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this camera to a completely dark part of my shop, and we'll see if I can get the shadow to appear much worse than it is on video. So let's do this. I'll just keep it lit, whatever. All right. So it looks like I'm not doing a very good job because it's even brighter over here. So let's go to a different color. Let's go back to that yellow color. There we go. I don't know, do you guys see any side shadow? Well, I don't. So, I mean, what that tells me right there is you're looking more at a camera exposure setting than really anything. And I may have to switch cameras because I'm using my camera that's on the front of my phone and not the back. And I'm wondering if that's going to make a difference in terms of the dynamic range that it has for light. Because you can see here, this is stupid bright. And, as I'm rotating this, I don't see any side shadow. Let me see if I can come over here maybe. Yeah, I'm still rotating this. Let's switch colors. Sorry, this is kind of hard with one hand. Here's like a light blue. I think in person this probably has the most noticeable side shadow. And I'm rotating this. I don't see it coming up on camera. So I'm gonna make a second video now. Hopefully I can maybe splice these together, and we'll do it with the other camera. And then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do it with a 50% power. Okay, I'm back again, and yeah, just as I suspected, once I switch my camera around and I'm in light, it's a little dark in here. So if I go from right here, I come here, you see how bright that is, and then see how the camera auto adjusts. Now watch this. My camera has adjusted quite a bit for how bright the blade is, and now when I roll it, yeah, look how bad that is on camera. I can barely see that with my naked eye. But on camera, it looks way worse than it is. Here's red, and red, you can really see that joint pop. I can barely see that joint with my own eyes, but it's really obvious on camera. And then here's green. Yeah, see, it's really, look how bad that looks on camera. It doesn't look that bad in real life. I mean, you can see the side shadow because it's a NeoPixel blade, but that almost looks like it's a complete garbage blade, and that's just not the case. Maybe if I move over here, oh, look at that. If I change my light, look how much better the Saber looks. Wow, isn't that interesting? Let's come back over here. Oh, and look, it's like magic. You can watch it change. Yeah, look at that. Oh, you see that? Here, I'm gonna keep my hand right where it is so you don't think I'm trying to play any kind of tricks on you. Okay, there's my hand. Oh, you even see that? I go from looking directly at the blade to also looking at my hand, and it completely changes. So, okay, there we go. Yeah, you can see my hand. Let's move it over here, and then, oh, look at that. It completely changes. So look, guys, the point I'm trying to make here is you can make a NeoPixel blade look really bad in photo and video if you really want to. Our blades have side shadow by a little bit. There's no denying that. Like I said, if you want a blade that has nearly no side shadow, go to a KR. That's kind of the extra price you pay because these KR strips are very, very expensive. To contrast with you, it costs 3 to 4 times more to buy a KR strip for us than it is one of these strips. Okay, they're pretty expensive. And so I don't think taking photos and videos is an accurate representation of these blades can be, because as obviously as you can tell here, depending on your lighting and your camera exposure settings, you're going to see that shadow. I didn't even play with the 50% power, and I don't think I have to at this point because I pretty much made my point here. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know. I'm always willing to prove that our products are what they are, and I'm always going to be here to back up my products. And if you guys have issues with your blades, reach out to me, and I'm going to take care of you. Okay, see you later.